today we'll be studying about history. We'll see the important topics. See, history is like ocean. So many things are there in the history. So we'll see the important topics which are asked in the AFCAT exams. So we'll see according to the AFCAT PIQs in the view of AFCAT exam. So first, today we'll finish about ancient history. Then tomorrow medieval, and in that, if we have time, then we'll also start modern history. So within I'm hoping that within 3 days I'll be able to finish all this history part. So today we'll start with the ancient history. See, when you are studying history, you must know what is called as history. So history means what? Study of past. So, and the English word history is derived from the Greek word historia, meaning research, inquiry, or investigation. This is not important, but simply for your knowledge basis, I'm describing it to all. Okay, and this is important. Who was the father of history? Father of history was Herodotus. So, father of history was Herodotus. Okay, now we will move on to the next slide. See, before studying history, we must know what is known as BC, what is known as AD. I know many of you will be having doubt what is BC, what is AD. So we'll see the how that is dated. So BC and AD. BC is the acronym of before Christ. Before Christ. This is an English phrase meaning before the truth of Jesus. Before the birth of Jesus Christ. So before the birth of Jesus Christ, that is known as BC. So the years before the birth of Jesus Christ is known as before Christ, and it is noted as BC in short. Like example, we can say, suppose if you are saying that Gautam Buddha was born in 563 BC, that means it was before the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, now we are seeing the AD. AD is acronym of Anno Domini. Anno Domini. This is a Latin phrase meaning in the year of the Lord, Jesus Christ. So the years beginning with the birth of Jesus Christ. So after the birth of Jesus Christ, that is known as AD, Anno Domini, and before the birth of Jesus Christ is known as BC, before Christ. So it is denoted as AD. Like example, if you want to see, means Jesus Christ was crucified in 30 AD. Kusana ruler Kanishka ascended the throne in the 78 AD. These all facts are correct. This 78. So just okay for knowledge, you can go through it. So now see here, this is the birth of Jesus. 0 we are taking as the birth of Jesus. So before the birth of Jesus is known as BC, before Christ. And that all that number here, see, it will be going on from if we are describing someone's their birth and date, then we'll start from higher number to lower number. See, after this, after birth of Jesus Christ, we'll be going on this number series type. But before the birth of Jesus, we'll be going on descending number of series type. See, like example, we can see here, Gautam Buddha was born in 563 BC. So 563 BC he was born and died in 483 BC. So we will be going in descending order in BC, and whereas in AD we will be going on in increasing order. So BC and AD clear? Okay. Now in ancient India, in history, what are the parts we will see? Ancient India, the beginning, that was 647 AD. Medieval was 647 to 757. Modern India, then post-modern India. Then in ancient India, the beginning of 647 AD, we will be seeing all these topics. And only important topics we will be seeing. See, prehistoric period was between 30 lakhs BC to 600 BC. And Indus civilization from 2500 BC to 1750 BC. And Indus Valley civilization is very important in ancient history, because from Indus civilization you will be seeing questions in mostly all competitive exams if history is there. Then Vedic culture is 1500 BC to 600 BC. 600 BC to 322 BC. And Mahajan period, you no need to remember everything, just remember the capital, all that Angas and capital, all that city and its capital, rulers, and also remember, okay, remember if possible is okay, if you remember rulers also. Then Maurya period was between 322 BC to BC. And post Maurya period, that is also known as pre-Gupta period, 185 BC to 319 AD. And Gupta period, 319 AD to 550 AD. Post-Gupta period or Vardhana dynasty, 550 AD to 647 AD. Okay, so say in this AFCAT exams, mostly you must know all that court poets, books and authors, and founders of the court. So that everything you must know about. See, like court poets, we are saying, see, court poets and their patron kings. So all that court poet, who are the court poet during Harshvardhana ring? Like the question might be asked, or who are the court, who are the ruler who made the court poet Bhanvatta. So like questions might be asked. So you must remember all these everything, but important points I have marked it. So just go through that. So Bhanvatta was during the Harshvardhana reign. During the Harshvardhana reign, Bhanvatta was the court poet, and during the Yasovamana reign, Vakpati Raja was the court poet. So you must remember all these important ones. Padma Gupta Parimal was doing Vakpati Munj, and Valal was doing Bhoja. These two are not important, but remember these two. Then Bilhan was doing Vikramaditya 4, Vikramaditya 6 of Chalukya kingdom. Then Hemchandra was doing Kumarpala. See, during Kumarpala, Jai Singh Puri also was there, but in that Hemchandra is important. Then Chand Bardai was doing Prithviraj 3, and Jai Chandra was doing Hamir Deva. Jai Chandra is doing Hamir Deva, and remember this also, Jayank was doing Prithviraj 3. So these are all important court poets and their kings. So that all that colored points, just remember, because from this questions might come. Okay, now we'll come to the Indus Valley civilization. Harappan, during the Harappan age, that civilization was known as Indus Valley civilization. So, three names are proposed for the civilization of Harappan age: Harappan civilization, Indus civilization, or Indus Saraswati civilization. All three are same name. So, according to the archaeological point of view, the most appropriate name is Harappan civilization, because Harappa was the first site discovered. So, if question comes, which city was discovered first in the Indus Valley civilization, that is Harappa. And Harappan civilization was the civilization of Copper Age. So remember this, during Harappan civilization, Copper Age. So during that, copper was famous. Okay. Now we will see the archaeological sites, which are the cities that were there during the Indus Valley civilization. Actually, see, some of the cities were from Afghanistan and some cities from Pakistan. So that two countries I have excluded from it, because mostly from their questions will be not there, from Pakistan and Afghanistan. So we are seeing the main cities. So archaeological sites, see, in Punjab we can see Harappa, Jalilpur, Sanganwala, Derawat, Aneriwala, Saraikhola. This is in Pakistan. Before the independence, this was in India only, but after independence, it has come to the Pakistan. Then in Sindh area, Mohenjo-daro, Amari, Fort Diji, Behman Deri, Sukur, Alahadino, Chanhu-daro, Ali Murad, Jukhar, Jangar. And in Jammu Kashmir, only one archaeological site is there, that is Manda. And Haryana, this is Banawali. So if you want, you can write it as B also or V also. So Haryana, Banawali, Rakhigadi, and Bhagwanpura. Remember some important cities name, because they might ask for matching, that which of they might give the city's name, Harappan civilization city's name, and they might ask, they might also give the state name. So in that they might ask you to match the following. So remember important city's name. Like in Haryana, you must remember Banauli and Rakhigadi. Bhagwanpura is not that much important, but in Haryana, Banauli and Rakhigadi. And this Sindh also you must remember. You know, in Punjab province, Harappa is there. In Sindh, Mohenjo-daro is there. So here Harappa you must remember. Here Mohenjo-daro, Kotiji, and Chanu-daro you must remember. Not all cities, but only these three in Sindh. Then in Rajasthan we have Kalibanga, Ganeshwar, Sisuwal, Bara, Hanumangarh, Mithal, Chupaj. So in Rajasthan you must remember Kalibanga and Hanumangarh. These two are important. In Uttar Pradesh we have Alamgirpur, Manpur, Gurgaon, Ulas, Sanauli. In Uttar Pradesh you must remember Alamgirpur. This is of importance. And in Gujarat we have Dholavira, Lothal, Turkotoda, Bhagatrao, Rangpur, Rojdi, Desalpur, Prabhaspatan. So in this you must remember Dholavira, Lothal, Surkotada and Rangpur. These four are important because recently I have gone to write exam. In that exam it came to match the following, that city's name and state name. So you must remember this important. And Maharashtra it was Damabad. So in Gujarat these four cities you must remember: Dholavira, Lothal, Surkotada and Rangpur. Maharashtra Damabad, that is only one. In Uttar Pradesh Alamgirpur you must remember. In Rajasthan Kalibanga and Hanumangarh. In Haryana Banauli and Rakhigadi. Jammu Kashmir only one is there, so you will be remembering. And in Sindh, Mohenjo-daro, Kotiji and Chanu-daro. And in Punjab, only Harappa is important. Okay. We'll move on to the next topic. Harappa civilization. John Marshall was the first scholar to use the term Indus civilization. So if questions comes, who was the first scholar to use the term Indus Valley civilization? That is John Marshall. The Indus civilization, see, this question has come, it has not come in the competitive exam, but it has come in the CUT PG exam. So remember this one. John Marshall was the first scholar to use the term Indus Valley civilization. The Indus civilization was spread over Sindh, Baluchistan, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Western UP and Northern Maharashtra. And its capital cities Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. And in port cities, remember this one, port city, that is important. In Harappan civilization, Lothal, no, Balakut, Kuntai. So only Lothal is important in port city. Only Lothal is important, others are not of that much importance. Okay. Now we'll see that who done the elevation of the following cities. In that exhibition, only two cities are important, that is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So Harappa city, Harappa is on bank of Ravi and Mohenjo-daro is on the bank of Indus. So Harappa was done by Dayaram Sahni in 1921. So remember this one. Remember this also, 1921. And Mohenjo-daro was done was excavated by Rakhal Das Banerjee in 1922. So remember this year also, they might ask. So Rakhal Das Banerjee excavated Mohenjo-daro and Harappa was done by Dayaram Sahni in 19. All these are of not that much of importance, but simply I mentioned in the slide. Okay, now we'll move on to the next slide. See, we'll see the important cities, that site names, and what are the importance of that particular cities. So questions might come for matching also, or they might directly ask that in which city cemetery is there, in which city great granary is there, city without city line, question might they ask. So remember this one. Only that colored points are important. So say in Harappa, 6 granaries were there in a row. There were a great granary in Mohenjo-daro, but this was only one. Great granary means what? Great means very big. So great granary was in Mohenjo-daro, but 6 granaries in a row was in Harappa. And then there was symmetry, stone symbols of lingam, male sex organ, and yoni, female sex organ. This was also there in Harappa. And sandstone statue of male torso. Male torso means what? Horse. So this was there in the Harappa. And in Mohenjo-daro, great granary, great bath. If you want to remember easily, then all that great used great word, all that were in Mohenjo-daro. So great granary, great bath, the largest building of civilization, assembly hall. So all this was in Mohenjo-daro. And then we had Pasupati Mahadeva, proto Shiva seal and bronze image of a nude women dancer and brick kings. This all was there in the Mohenjo-daro. So only that colored points are important. Then we'll see the Chanudaro. Chanudaro was a city without a citadel. Means it was not planned. Chanudaro was not planned, and here mostly that all poor people used to live. That all workers they used to live. So Chanudaro without a citadel, and it has import. It was important for lipstick. Then all metal workers, sail ornament worker makers, bead makers, they were there. Then terracotta model of a bullock cart, bronze toy cart. So terracotta in other city that is terracotta model of horse cart. So a bullock cart, terracotta model of bullock cart is in Chanudaro, and we'll see in the next slide about horse cart. Okay. Now see in Lothal. Lothal is famous for port cities. So in Lothal we had, since it is a port city, so we had dockyard, and we had rice husk. Rice husk was famous in Lothal. Then in Lothal we had fire altars, terracotta figurines of a horse. So in Chanudara we had bullock cart, and here we have terracotta figurine of horse. And in Lothal we had double burial, a male and a female in a single grave. So in a single grave, a male and a female was buried. So double burial was there in Lothal. And we had cemetery in cemetery we had in Harappa. Okay, now Kalibanga. Kalibanga is famous for plowed field surface. So this is famous for cultivating. So we had plowed field surface. And in Banawali, this city is also without any plan. Lack of chessboard or iron grid pattern of town planning. So this is it was not planned, but this is cities, and they had many facilities and everything. Lack of systematic drainage system, toy plow. So that means it was without plan. So Banawali is for without plan, means there was not proper plan for making this city. And in Chanudaro we had studied that is without plan, and they had this lower class people, poor people here. So remember this one. So if they ask about which city of Harappa is not planned, so Banawali will be correct answer. But in that, if they give option as Chanudara also, so you must see. Otherwise, if they have not given like 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2 only, like if they have not given, then in that you must mark the Banawali only. So now we'll see the doled. There was drainage system, a large well, and a bath, giant water reservoirs. So this giant water reservoirs question has come. So giant water reservoir is in Dholavira. Only side to divide into 3 parts. So this Dholavira only side to divide into 3 parts. Others all were divided into 2 parts. So largest Harappan inscription used for civic purposes, a stadium. So a stadium was there in the Dholavira. Surkotada, bones of horse, and pot burials was there. So pot burials was in Surkotada. And in Daimabad we had bronze images. Okay. Mohenjo-daro, the largest site of Indus Valley civilization. So largest site was Mohenjo-daro, and the largest Indian site. If they ask Indian site, that is Rakhigadi. So Rakhigadi is Indian site, and Mohenjo-daro is largest site of Indian civilization. Okay. Now we finish about Indus Valley civilization. Now we are coming to the Vedic literature. So in Vedic literature, you must remember about Rig Veda, Atharvaveda, Yajurveda, and Samveda. You must remember all this because questions have come from this Vedic literature and also from Indus Valley civilization. So remember all this. Only that bullet point marks, that is important. And one more thing is not mentioned in the slide, but I have mentioned in the last slide, in which question is there from Vedic literature. So study that one also. So okay, Vedic literature. That Vedic literature period was from 1500 BC to 600 BC. Vedic literature comprises 4 literary productions. First one is the Samhitas or Vedas, the Brahmanas, the Aranyaks, the Upanishad. So this Aranka is for forest. So remember this. About this one question has come. And from Vedas, already question has come many times. Okay. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Athar Veda. The first Vedas are jointly called Veda Tri, the trio of Vedas. Okay. Of the 4 Vedas, the Rig Veda collection of lyrics. So you must remember, Rig Veda is for collection of lyrics, because they might ask which Veda is known as for collection of lyrics. So that is Rig Veda. So is the oldest text in the world, and therefore is also known as the first testament of mankind. The Rig Veda contains hymns. This question has come about these hymns, and in the question I have mentioned about it. So Rig Veda is the first testament of mankind. The Rig Veda contains 1028 hymns and 10,580 verses. This is okay. This question have not come, but just okay. You can see one time. Divided into 10 mandalas. So remember this, mandalas and hymns. This is important. These two have come already. 6 mandalas from 2nd to 7th are called Gotra, Vamsa, Mandala, Kula Granth. The 1st and 10th mandala are said to have been added later. The 10th mandala contains the famous Purush Sukta, which explains the 4 varna, that Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Okay, now we'll come to the Yajur Veda. So Yajur Veda is for book of sacrificial prayers. So book of sacrificial prayers is Yajur Veda. Is a ritual Veda. So if a question comes like which Veda is known as ritual Veda, so that is Yajur Veda. Okay, then Sam Veda. If question also comes like Krishna is related to which Veda, that is Yajur Veda. The Sam Veda, 1549 verses. In this, you must also remember book of chants. Or in this slide, all that given in the bracket, you must remember all those. Rig Veda collection of lyrics, Yajur Veda book of sacrificial prayers, Sam Veda book of chants. This Veda is important for Indian music. So if questions come for say for lyrics, Rig Veda, but if it comes for music, that is Sam Veda. Athar Veda, book of magical formula. The 4th and the last one contains charms and spells to ward off evils and diseases. So Athar Veda is for book of magical formula. Okay. The Vedas. The Rig Veda is Ayurveda is for medicine. See, Ayurveda, you must heard about if you are going to hospital somewhere, then there might be like modern medicine, Ayurveda, homeopathic, like it will be there. So Ayurveda is for medicine. So that is associated with Rig Veda. And Gandhar Veda is for music, that is associated with Sam Veda. And Dhanur Veda means archery, so it is associated with Yajur Veda. And Artha Veda, Silpa Veda, that is associated with Athar Veda. The science of craft. So if questions comes for science of craft, that is Athar Veda. Okay, Now this Mahajanpad period. So in this you must remember all this Mahajanpada. So all these 16 Mahajanpada you must remember, and their capital. No need of king or anything, but all this Mahajanpada and capital you must remember. So they might ask. And see, if not in AFCAT they'll ask like map-based question, but in CDS they have asked map-based question. So through this also you can remember that where it is, that if you know the name and if you know that city is which state, so you can easily mark. But this is not important in AFCAT. For serious it is important. Serious they might ask for matching or something. So okay, now we'll see the actually see in this that state is not given. So if if I am teaching for serious exam, that time with the help of map, I'll show you all these Mahajanpadas and their cities and in which state. Okay, 16 Mahajanpadas. See, first one is Anga. Anga capital is Champa. So Champa or Champanagari. So Anga it is in Bihar, districts of Munger and Agalpur in Bihar. So Anga capital is Champa. Magadha is, see, if I have not marked this one like this, means I have marked this one. So remember all 16. Magad capital is Rajgir or Nalanda or Girvi Raj. So this Girvi Raj is also known as Rajgir. Okay, and also Magad capital was shifted many times. So Rajgir was the capital, then Patliputra, Vaisali, then again it was changed to Patliputra. So all that when the capital was shifted to somewhere, that all that king's name is given. So Girvi Raj, that Rajgir, it was changed during the Bimbisara rule. Then Patliputra during Udayin and Vaisali during Sisunak dynasty and Patliputra during Kala Asok reign. And Vizhi dynasty, that Vizhi Mahajanpada capital was Mithila or Vaisali. Vidha, Mithila or Vaisali. Then for Mala we have Kusinara and Pawan. Kasi district of Varanasi in UP. Kasi means all in Varanasi. So Kosala Mahajanpada capital is North Kosala Sravasti. So North Kosala, not just remember Sravasti. Kosala capital is in Sravasti. And if they give option as Ayodhya. Then Vatsa Mahajanpada capital is Kosambi. And Chedi Mahajanpada capital is Shakti Mati. So if you would have seen Mahabharata, then you could have come across all these Mahajanpada names. If you have seen Mahajanpada. Sorry, if you have seen Mahabharata. Okay, now we'll go to the other 8 Mahajanpada. The Chedi is Shaktimati or Tuthivati. Then we'll go to the other 8. Kuru Mahajanpada, capital is in Prastha. In the Prastha. Then Panchala we have capital as Ahishatra and South Panchal. In North Panchal we have Ahishatra and South Panchal as Kampilia. Then Sursena we have in Mathura, Matsya in Viratnagar, Avanti in Ujjaini, Mahismati, and Asmaka in Patali. So this mostly all these 16 Mahajanpada. So question might come, how many Mahajanpada was there? So there were totally 16 Mahajanpada. So mostly all these Mahajanpada is in Bihar, UP, MP and Punjab, Haryana side. Okay, here we have seen Asmaka, Patali capital. Then another 2 is Gandhara, capital is Taxila near Rawalpindi. Then another one is Kamboja Mahajanpada, their capital is Rajapur or Hataka. Okay, now we'll see that where all these Mahajanpada are mentioned, in which books or something. So Mahajanpada are mentioned in the Buddhist literature in Anguttara Nikaya and Mahavastu, and in Jain literature Bhagavati Sutta. So this Anguttara Nikaya is important, and Jain literature is not of that much importance. So Anguttara Nikaya, just remember, this is Buddhist literature, and later we will also see that Anguttara was written by whom. Present a list of 16 Mahajanpada. There are 2 types of state, monarchical and non-monarchical, that is republican. So monarchical states were Anga, Magadha, Kasi, Kosala, Vatsa, Chedi, Sursena, Matsya, Avanti, Gandhara. And republican states were Vizhi, Mala, Kuru, Panchal, Kamboja, Shakya, Kolyas, Mauryas. Don't remember that much. Only remember some important ones. See, monarchical means Anga. In this, you can easily remember, just remember republican states. So you can easily find out that if this were not there in a republican state, so all were in monarchical. So in republican, just remember Vizhi, Mala, Kuru, Panchal and Kamboja. Don't remember this Sakya, Kolyas, Mauryas. Remember only Vizhi, Mala, Kuru, Panchal and Kamboja. Others all were the monarchical Mahajanpada. Okay. Now we will come to the religious movements that during ancient India. So religious movements was 600 BC to 400 BC. In these religious movements, Buddhism and Jainism were born and grew up in the post-Vedic period known as the period of second urbanization or the age of Buddha, 6th century to 4th century BC. So what was the cause of religious movements? It is not that much important, but for a knowledge purpose, you must know. The Vedic philosophy had lost its original purity. That was the cause. The Vedic religion had become very complex and had degenerated into superstitions, dogmas, and rituals. Supremacy of the Brahmanas created unrest in the society, and Kshatriya reacted against the Brahminical domination. This is important for CDS. So they might ask which are the causes of religious movements during ancient India. Introduction of a new agriculture economy in Eastern India. The desire of Vaishyas to improve their social position with the increase in their economic position due to growth of trade. So all these were the reasons for religious movements. So see, in religious movements, first one we'll study about Jainism. So Jainism, you don't remember everything. You must remember who was the first Tirthaka. In Jainism, we had Tirthakaras, and we had totally 24 Tirthakaras. If questions come, how many Tirthakaras were there in Jainism? There were totally 24. And out of that, Rishabha was the first one, whose symbol is bull. And you must remember only these two, these three, not all these. The first one is Rishabha, his symbol is bull. And the 23rd is Parsonath, his symbol is serpent. And Mahavira is the last Jainism Tirthakaras, or 24th Tirthakaras, Mahavira. His symbol is lion. So remember only these three colored Tirthakaras: Parsonath, Mahavira, and Rishabha. This about 23rd Tirthakaras question has come already. So if they ask who was the 23rd Tirthakaras of Jainism, that is Parsonath. And the last Tirthakara is Mahavira, 24th Tirthakara. Okay. The principles of Jainism as preached by Mahavira rejected the authority of Vedas and Vedic rituals. See, in ancient time before this religious movement, we had that Vedas and everything. In that, they were performing a lot of rituals, superstitions, and everything. So, during religious movement, they rejected the authority of Vedas and Vedic rituals, did not believe in the existence of God, believed in karma and transmigration of soul, laid great emphasis on quality. And in this, you must remember all this, these both Jaina council. So first Jaina council was at Patliputra, and who was the chairman? Astalbhadra, during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. In this council, what happened? Compilation of 12 Angas took place. So if any question comes related to Angas, means answer will be Jainism. So Angas or Upangas, so answer will be Jainism. And second council was at Vallavi. Chairman was Devardi Shaks Ramana. And final compilation of 12 Angas and 12 Upangas took place. So in this Astalbhadra, about Astalbhadra, already question have come. So I have marked this one also because they might ask about this one also. Second Jain council took place at which place? Vallavi, and chairman was Devaradi Shaks Ramana. I remember about this one also. Astalbhadra was during Astalbhadra, Jain council took place at Patliputra, first Jain council. So about Astalbhadra question have come. Okay. Now we will see the Jain literature. See, this is of not that much important, but from Jain literature, 1 2 question have come. Not from Jain literature, this for showing this Svetambaras and Digambaras. I have mentioned this one. So Jain literature also you can see. So that Jain literature was written in the language of Prakrit. Prakrit called Artha Magadhi Prakrit, and may be classified as follows: 12 Angas, 12 Upangas, 10 Parikamnas, 6 Sheda Sutras, 4 Mala Sutras, and 2 Sutra Granthas. So remember only 12 Angas and 12 Bengal. Beside this, the important Jain texts are, say, Purva Parvas. It is a part of 12 Angas and the oldest text of Mahavira preachings. So for Mahavira preachings, if they ask, 14 Purvas is the oldest text. So beside this, the important Jain texts are Kalpa Sutra, Bhadrabahu Charita, Pratishta Parvan, and Trisasisa Salka Purush. So all these are important texts of Jainism. Sects of Jainism. So see, this Shravan Gola, this how this Jainism spreaded. In 298 BC, there was a serious famine in Magadha, leading to a great exodus of many Jain monks to the Deccan and South India. So when there was famine in Magadha, that time what happened? That some people of Jainism, they started moving towards the South India. So mainly in South India, a place known as Shravan Belagola, that is in Karnataka, along with Bhadrabahu and Chandragupta Maurya. So Shravan Belgola is in Karnataka, and in that Bhadrabahu. So during that, when they went and when they again returned back, that time Jainism divided into Digambaras and Shivatambaras. The leader of the group which stayed back at Magadha was Sthalbhadra. So if questions comes, who stayed back during the famine of Magadha from Jainism? So Sthalbhadra stayed back and Bhadrabahu left Magadha. When the Jains, Bhadrabahu and others returned from South India, they held that complete unity be an essential part of teachings of Mahavira. So when they returned back, they held that complete unity be an essential part of teachings of Mahavira, while the monks in Magadha began to put on white clothes. So thus arose the two sects, Svetambaras and Digambaras. So Svetambaras is white clad and Digambara is sky clad. So white clad is who put on white clothes, robes. So that is Sthalbhadra was leader of Svetambaras and Bhadrabahu was leader of Digambaras, those who stark naked. So this question also might come that which sect of Jainism remained naked? So Digambaras and leader was Bhadrabahu. So remember this also and this also. Now we'll come to the Buddhism. Jainism, many things are there, but they are not of that much importance, which can be asked in AFCAT exam. So now we are seeing the Buddhism, Buddha's life. First we will see the Buddha's life, because from the birth of Buddha only Buddhism religion started. So Gautam Buddha, founder of Buddhism, was born in 563 BC. So remember about this year 563 BC. Gautam Buddha, founder of Buddhism, was born in 563 BC on the Vaisakha Purnima day at Lumbini Wana or Rumin Dehi district, Nepal. So Buddha was born at Lumbini Wana in the Sakya Kshatriya clan. So if they ask in which clan Buddha was born, that is Sakya Kshatriya clan. His father Sudhodana was the Republican king of Kapilvastu and mother Mahamaya was the princess of Kolya Republic. And why his name was given as Gautama? Because when his mother died, Mahamaya died, that time he was brought up by his stepmother and aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. That's why they gave his name as Gautam Buddha. This is not of that much importance. Okay, now we'll see other part. What was the reason? See, what was the reason that Buddha left his being a son of a king, left his kingdom to become a saint? So what was the reason? There were totally 4 reasons. That is, when he was traveling in his kingdom, he saw an old man, a deceased person, a dead body, and ascetic proved to be a turning point in his career. So in that he saw old man, that how he is suffering and everything, deceased person, a dead body, and the ascetic. So this was the turning point in his career. At the age of 29, he renounced home, and this was his what is known as Mahavinish Karma. So renouncing home of Gautam Buddha So this is known as Viniskarmana. Great going forth and became a very ascetic. His first teacher was Alara Kalma, Sankhya philosophy, from whom he learned the technique of meditation and great events of Buddha's lives. See, birth was known as lotus and bull, symbols was lotus and bull, Mahaviniskarma, renunciation, that is horse symbol. Okay. His next teacher was Udraka Ramaputra. This is not important, but remember this one. At the age of 35, under a pipal tree at Uruvela, Bodh Gaya, on the bank of river Niranjana. So here he attained Nirvana. So remember this one. Under a pipal tree at Bodh Gaya. These cities sometimes might they name Uruvela, but mostly it is Bodh Gaya. So if they name Uruvela, then you must give the correct answer Uruvela. On the bank of river Niranjana. So if they ask that on the bank of which river Buddha attained Nirvana, so that is Niranjana river. He attained Nirvana enlightenment at after 49 days of continuous meditation. Now he was fully enlightened. Buddha delivered his first sermon at Sarnath. So this question has come. Buddha delivered his first sermon at which place? That is Sarnath in Deer Park. So if you come to Varanasi, there is a Deer Park near the Buddha statue. So there you can see. There he gave his first sermon. And this is known as Dham Chakra Parvartan, turning of the wheel of law. So you must remember about Nirvana, Dharma Chakra Parivartana, and Mahaviniskarma. Where is this? Mahaviniskarma. When he left his home, that is known as Mahaviniskarma, and Nirvana is enlightenment, and Dharma Chakra Parivartana when he gave his first sermon, that is turning of the wheel of law. He died at the age of 80 in 483 BC at Kushinagar. So he died at Kushinagar, identical with the village Kasya in Kushinagar district of UP. This is known as Mahaparinirvana, final blowing out. So Mahaparinirvana, final blowing out, Dharma Chakra Parivartana, turning of the wheel of law, that is first sermon, Nirvana, enlightenment, and Mahaviniskarma, that is renunciation. Kantaka, Buddha's horse. So remember this one. This question have come. What was the name of Buddha's horse? Kantaka. And who was the Buddha's charioteer? That is Jana. And other name of Buddha is Siddhartha, Sakya Muni, Gautam. Okay. And a study about all these four councils. Similarly, in Jainism we have 2 councils, and in Buddhism we have 4 councils. And all these 4 councils took place at which place? Who was the chairman during that council? And who was the king during that council? So first Buddhist council was at Rajgir, Satparni cave, Rajgir. The chairman was Mahakaspa, and during the reign of Ajat Satru, Aryanka dynasty. Second Buddhist council took place at Vaisali, Chulvahanga, Vaisali, and chairman was Sabakami, and during the reign of Kala Asoka, Shishunag dynasty. So they might ask during which dynasty also. So he must answer that also. And third Buddhist council took place at Patliputra, Soka. And fourth Buddhist council took place at Kashmir. All these 3 is in Bihar, and this is in Kashmir. Fourth Buddhist council took place at Kundalawana, Kashmir, and chairman was Vasu Mitra, and vice chairman was Aswaghosa. And during the reign of Kanishka, fourth Buddhist council took place. So remember all these councils, Buddhist council also, and also remember about Jainism council. Okay, we had studied this one. Okay. Now we'll see about the Buddhist literature. See, about Buddhist literature, questions have come. They have mentioned some 3-4 Buddhist literature, and they ask which of the following is the Buddhist literature. So, Tripitaka, Pitaka literally means basket. It was called so because the original texts were written on palm leaves and kept in baskets. So Tripitaka is Pali text of Buddhist literature. Vinay Pitaka, all these are Pali texts. Mostly Buddhist literature are of Pali text and Sanskrit text. So mostly question is asked on Pali text only. So Sutta Pitaka, see all that Pitaka names comes means that is Pali text of Buddhist literature. Abhidhamma Pitaka, religious discourses of Buddha, Naga Saint. Okay, Deepvansa and Mahavansa, the great chronicles of Sri Lanka. So Deepvansa and Mahavansa, the great chronicles of Sri Lanka. In that book, this is about Buddhist literature, Buddhism. It has been mentioned. And who took the Buddhism to? Which king took Buddhism to Sri Lanka area? That is Ashoka. Ashoka sent his daughter and one more person, daughter Sanmitra, and one more person to Sri Lanka to spread Buddhism. So you must know about the Buddhism, who spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. And in Sanskrit text, see, Buddha Charita Samudra Nanda. This is of not important, but Buddha Charita is important. That was written by Ashwaghosa. All these books were written by Ashwaghosa, but Buddha Charita is important. So they might ask, Buddha Charita was written by which person? So that is Ashwaghosa. Mahavibhasa Shastra was written by Vasumitra. This question, Visuddhamagga, Athakamyam, and Sumangala Vasni, written by Buddhaghosa. So this question have not come, but about Ashwaghosa and Vasumitra question have come. So study this one. Okay. Now we will see the important dynasties and their founders, and what are the capital. See, in ancient India for AFCAT, if you see, it is covering very large syllabus. What in AFCAT, some particular things are asked, so I am covering according to that one. So Indian dynasty, see, in that they might ask for founders or what was the capital. So these two might come, so I have covered only this. Otherwise, inside that empire, if a study means it will be taking a lot of time. So within some time you have to finish and you have your exam coming. So that's why I have mentioned only that particular topics. So Indian dynasties. So they might also ask for arranging. So study this also timeline also. So Maurya Empire founder was Chandragupta Maurya and his capital was at Patliputra. Aryanka dynasty founder was Bimbisara and capital was Rajgir or Girvi Raja. Shishunag dynasty founder was Shishunag and capital was Girvi Raja. Nanda dynasty capital was Patliputra and Mahapadmananda founded the Nanda dynasty. So remember this timeline also. First Maurya came, then Aryanka, then Shishunag, then Nanda dynasty. Then comes the Sakka dynasty, the Indo-Indian kingdom, the Sakka. The Sunga dynasty was founded by Puswamitra Sunga, Patliputra. See, remember this name, full name also, because Sunga dynasty means okay, it will be marking that particular that Sunga person name. But in Sunga dynasty also many other person also there. So remember Puswamitra Sunga. Similarly in Nanda dynasty, Mahapadmananda. So remember like this. Remember all the names. And the Sunga dynasty capital is at Patliputra. The Kanva dynasty founder is Vasudeva and capital at Patliputra. Satvahanas founder is Simuka. About Satvahana question have come. Who was the founder of Satvahana kingdom? So founder is Simuka and capital is at Prathihasthana Amaravati. Then comes the Chola dynasty founded by Vijayalaya. So see, important kings are like Raja Rajavan, Rajendravan, Rajendra III. Important kings are there. So someone, if they have not studied about the founder, they might answer that Raja Rajavan or Rajendravan. So you must study this one. Chola dynasty founder is Vijayalaya and important cities and capital. See, capital was keep on changing sometimes. So Pumfuar, Urayur. So Urayur is the mostly important capital. This was the first capital, Urayur. Then after that it kept on changing. And you must remember Tanjavur, Ponda, Cholapuram. See, from one of the king from Chola dynasty named his capital as Ponda, Cholapuram. That will study in medieval India. Then Pandyan dynasty, capital is founder is not mentioned, but capital is at Madurai. So remember all these four. Out of all these four, one city might be there. Chera dynasty, founder was Vanav Raman. Capital is at Koriyur. Okay, I think so. This is Karur, Mahodayapuram, and Chulan. Founder was Bapa Devan, and capital is at Kanchipuram. And Chalukya dynasty, founder is Pulkesi I, and capital is at Badami. So remember all these founder name and capital. No need to remember all this timeline, but you must remember that in ascending order or descending order. You must remember that this kingdom was at which time, right? You must remember. Don't remember all this, but remember this one. Like first was Maurya, then next was Haryanka or Shisunaga, then next, then Nanda. So remember like that. Now see about books and authors and poets, all these important and founders. Questions used to come. So now we'll see about the poets in the course of the of the kings in ancient India. So important poets being which king? So Aswaghosa, Nagarjuna, Vasumitra. All those three were poets doing the. Then Harisina was doing the Samudragupta one. Then Amarsinha Kalidasa was doing Chandragupta Maurya. So during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya, Kalidasa was the poet. Then Ban Bhatta was doing Harshvardhana. Ravi Kirti was doing Pulkesin II. Bhavabhuti was doing Yashovarman. Mahabiracharya. See, court poet also you must remember. Already we have seen in previous slides. And remember all these also. Because they might ask that these all were poets were famous during whose reign. So you must remember all this. So Jin Sena was doing Amogh Varsa. Dandin doing Narsim Varman. Rajasekara doing Mahendra Pala. Bilang and Bikaneswara doing Bikamaditya 6. And Kamban 1 during Chola. Remember this one Kamban. They have asked one time, Kamban was during the Chola kingdom. Okay, now we'll see foreign travelers. They also have asked question about during which king or during which kingdom ruling time the particular foreign person have come to India. So remember some important points that I'll say which one is important. See, Dev Machos, he came during the Bindusara rule. That is of Mauryan dynasty. Megasneez, remember this one. Megasneez came during Mauryan rule, during the rule of Chandragupta Maurya. So during Bindusara, Dev Machos came, and during Chandragupta Maurya, Megasneez came. Fayan came during the Chandragupta to Gupta rule time. Then Yuan T San came during the Pushyabhuti Harshvardhana time. During the Harshvardhana rule of Pushyabhuti dynasty, Yuan T San came in India. So remember this also that they were of which country? Megasneez were from Greek, Fayan Chinese traveler, and Yuan T San Chinese, I.T. Singh Chinese. Sang Ching means Chinese. Okay. He visited India in the connection with Buddhism. So this person came during the Buddhism religious movement time. Al-Masudi from Arab, he has given account of India in his book Muruj al-Yahab. Now we will see some other also. Al-Baruni, he came to India along with Mahmud of Ghazni. So about this one question has come. He was from Khwarjam. He came to India along with Mahmud of Ghazni. Then Marco Polo, he came during the Pandya ruler time. Mahendravarman and Kula Sekra. Ibn Battuta is from Morocco and he came during the Muhammad bin Tughlaq time. About Ibn Battuta, question have come that he came during the Muhammad bin. Then Sihabuddin al-Umari from Damascus, he came during the he came here for some other work at Taif Bial Mustala as-Sarif. Then about Niccolo di Conti, he came during the Vijayanagara rule, during the rule of Dev Raya I. And about Niccolo di Conti also question have come. And in CDS, question have come for matching, like that particular foreign traveler is from which country, and they came during which ruler time. So they Niccolo di Conti came from Venetian. About Ibn Battuta also have come. About Al-Biruni also have come. Then we had seen here Megasneez also have come. Fayan, then even T San. So remember all this. Abdul Razak is from Persia. He came during the Devaraya II. So during Devaraya I, Niccolo di Conti came, and during Devaraya II, Persian Abdul Razak came. And Nikitin came during the Bahmani kingdom, ruler Muhammad III. So this is of not that much important, but Abdul Razak, Niccolo di Conti, Ibn Battuta, Al-Baruni, and Marco Polo also. Okay. Now we'll see the next one. Domingo Pais, Portuguese travelers. He came during the Krishnadevaya, during the Vijayanagara kingdom rule time. Then Duarte Barbosa, he came during the during Krishnadevaya, many persons have come. So Domingo Pais and Duarte Barbosa. This is all these are not of that much importance, but okay, we are mentioning. Then William Hawkins, he came during the Jahangir rule. Sir Thomas Roy, he came during the Jahangir rule, Mughal emperor. And Peter Mundi, from Italian, he came during the Shahjahan rule. So about Sir Thomas Roy also question has come for in the following. Okay. Jean Baptiste Tavernier, he is from France. He came during the Shahjahan rule. Niccolò Manucci, Italian traveler. He came during the Dara Sico time, Timurid dynasty. And Francis Bernier, he came during the Dara Sico Timurid dynasty. So this question also has come about all these three also. It has come for match the following. In country, they are from which country? So this have come, all these three. In that they have mentioned only this name, like end name, Tavernier, Manucci, Bernier. So remember all this. Okay. Now we'll see important books and authors in ancient India. There are many books, so we'll see some important books. So Mool Rakshasa was written by Visakha Datta. This is the favorite question of most of the competition. Remember this one. Mool Rakshasa was written by Visakha Datta. Raj Rangli was written by Kalahan. Katha Sarit Sagar was Saivite Somdeva. This question also has come. Then Prasnottar Malika written by Amog Varsa. This question have not come. So Mool Rakshasa, Raj Rangli, Kama Sutra. Then Buddha Charita was written by Aswaghosa. Then Abhigyan Sakuntalam was written by Kalidasa. And Vikramo Vasi was written by Kalidasa. So Abhigyan Sakuntalam was written by Kalidasa. Is of important. Okay. Raghuvansan was also written by Kalidasa. We will study the important one only. Aryabhatta was written by Aryabhatta. Panchtantra, everyone is familiar with it, was written by Vishnu Sharma. Niti Sara was written by Kaman Dhaka. Ayhol Prasti, there was a inscription that was written by Ravi Kirti. Indica by Megasneech. Earth Shastra by Kautilya. About this one also question have come. Charaka Samhita by Charaka. Lilavati by Bhaskara. Okay. Harshita by Banbhatta. Harshita, Kadambari, Nagananda, Ratnavale. All these were written by Banbhatta. Then Astadhyaya written by Panini. Mahabhasya written by Patanjali. Nritya Katika was written by Sudraka. About this one question have come. About Sudraka. Geet Govinda was written by Jayadeva. Navaratna was by Virsena. In ancient India is Asoka. So I studied about Asoka. See, in this, I don't think so everything is mentioned. Okay, if I study this much also enough, but okay, if you get information from somewhere about Asoka, that is good. So I study about Asoka because Asoka is a famous in which he is asked in AFCAT questions. So I study about this one. According to Buddhist texts, when Asoka, the son of Bindusara, was born, his mother, happy to have a child, said, "Now I am Asoka, without sorrow." That's why his name was Asoka. So Asoka, he usurped the throne after killing his 99 brothers, and he spared Tisa, the youngest one. And you remember, this Tisa was the second Buddhist council chairman. Remember this one. This war of succession accounts for an interregnum of 4 years, 273 to 269. He fought, and only after securing his position on the throne, Asoka had himself formally crowned in 269 BC. Under Asoka, the Mauryan Empire reached its climax. So, for the first time, the whole of subcontinent living out of extreme south was under his imperial control. So except South India, others all were in his control. See, about Kalinga War, question have come. Ashoka fought the Kalinga War in 261 BC in the 9th years of his coronation. The king was moved by the bloodshed. See, question asks, why after fighting the Kalinga War, why he left the all that fighting and everything, and he became like a peaceful king. So that was king was moved by the bloodshed in this war, and therefore abandoned the policy of physical occupation in favor of the policy of cultural conquest. In other words, Bheri Gosa was replaced by Dhamma Gosa. So Bheri Gosa means fighting, means so war and everything, and Dhamma Gosa means peaceful. Ashoka sent missionaries to the kingdoms of Cholas and the Pandyas and the 5 states ruled by Greek kings. We also know that he sent his missionary to Ceylon, Sri Lanka, and Suvarnabhumi, Burma, and also part of Southeast Asia. And remember about that one also, Ashoka sent his daughter Sanmitra to spread Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Okay, now we will see some important questions that have come in previous year's papers. So see, we learned about the Jan Tirthankara. Who among the following was the 23rd Jan? Can anyone answer here? Who was the 23rd Jan Tirthankara? See, 24th was Mahavira, and first one was Rishabdeva, and 23rd one was Parshvanath. So remember this Parshvanath. He was the 23rd Jan Tirthankara. Which of the following pairs are correctly matched? So in this, all these books, authors, it might come for matching, or they might ask type question also. So okay, tell me, Ratnavali was written by Harshvardhan, and in his ruling time, one Bhatta was the court poet. So all these three are matched. Nagalanda was written by Harsha, Mudra Rakshasa was written by Visakha Datta, and this Chatika written by Sudraka, and Ratnavali by Harshvardhan. So this is correctly mentioned. Yeah, any doubt? Okay. Now see the answer of that. For this, Parshvanath is the correct answer. I have not mentioned here, but Parshvanath is the correct answer. And for this, only 1, 2, and 3 is the correct answer, and I have mentioned it. Like, but all this. This Katika was. Yeah, any doubt? Okay. This book was written by Sudraka, and Nag Nanda was one of the best Sanskrit dramas. Say that is for self-sacrifice to save the Nagas, written by King Dynasty. And Mudra Rakshasa was written by Visakha Datta, then Ratna was written by Harshvardhan. Okay. See, about Rig Veda, question has come. There are totally how many hymns in Rig Veda? That we studied in the slides. How many? Anyone? Answer is, so if we studied in the slides. So see all the slides carefully. Okay. Who was the founder of Satvana Empire? Simukha was the founder of Satvana Empire. Just see. Yeah, any doubt? Who is this? Any doubt? Or mute yourself. What? I am not audible to you. I can't hear you. Okay. If any issues, then you can message in the chat. Okay. Kalhana Rajrangi is a history of Kalhana Rajrangi. Rajrangi was written by Harsha Rig. So Kalhana Rajrangi is a history of Harsha Rig. Okay. In last question, I think so here. No, this is Ratnavali was written by and Harshvardhana, and Rajrangi was written. In which of the texts mentioned is to divide Vedic society into 4 classes? So answer is Purusha Sukta of Rig Veda. So in this one, they have mentioned about the 4 classes division. And who among the following presided second Buddhist council? So answer is Moggalliputta Tissa. And this one I have mentioned, this is from geography part. So I studied this one because from this direct questions might come, and all the questions have come one time, about 38 parallel. So I study all these boundaries. Red Cliff, India, Pakistan, McMahon, India, China, Magni North, Germany, France, Blue Line, Lebanon, Israel, Green Line, Cyprus, Turkey, This is not important that much. Durand, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Indian War, Poland, Germany. 17th and 20th parallel not that much important. This is 17th to 25th not important. 31st parallel Iran, Iraq. 38th parallel South Korea, North Korea. 49th parallel US, Canada. 24th parallel India, Pakistan, and ceasefire line France, Germany. Okay. With this, today we'll finish the class.